Hey everybody, I'm gonna try to be better about my thing where I said I was gonna try to be better about making more videos. Well, I'm still trying to be better about that, but I don't know, still rolling with the punches over here. Ignore the dirty dishes. I stand with my shoulder covering those. I guess I should have thought that out better. But yeah, so I was thinking about all of you people on YouTube while I was in Aldi, which I was just in Aldi, as you can see from my pantry door that's also open. I should think these things out better. Look what I found. Aldi has these really funny cheeses. And so I know I've had rhubarb and strawberry pie. I have never had gin and rhubarb Wensleydale cheese. That just, I was like, we're gonna have to do a gin and spin, except it's gonna have cheese with gin in it instead of actual gin. There may be actual gin, depending on what time of the day that's filmed. And then this one, I just had to get because, you know, it's Wensleydale with raspberry and white chocolate. So if you are also an Aldi shopper, you should, an enjoyer of random cheese, you should go check those out. So I am going to save these. I've got our Valentine's Day candy heart braids are en route to me from our dyer Whitney, who's the one who did them last year. And y'all may remember them. They were the cool braids that they look like the candy hearts, and then we did red speckles on top of them because, you know, you've seen speckled yarn, but have you seen speckled spinning fiber? I hadn't until Whitney did it this time last year. So we did bring those back for like a special thing before Valentine's Day. Was technically a pre-order, but I believe I ordered some extras, so the listing is still on the site. I will stick a picture in this video somewhere. But so I thought it'd be fun when those actually get here. I will do a gin and spin showing those, and we'll get into the gin cheese at least. So I am going to try to use that as a fun excuse to do a gin and spin. I have not been spinning anything too exciting here lately. Just spinning lots of our hand spun for the hand spun, the monthly club, the subscription. So just been spinning fun things for people with that. But I had to show you my cheese since I just got back from Aldi, and I will show you some more things we're working on here too. Current glamour shot of what I'm working on. I am two-plying on this Echo, and I need to finish doing it, but it's really pretty colors. I just loved this coral and purple coming together, and so that is on the Echo. So that is what I've currently got on my wheel that I need to get off of my wheel and start working on some other things. But the kids are actually in school today, so maybe that will happen. In other exciting things I'm gonna be working on here soon, I ended up with some of really cool fancy eyelash yarn, I guess is what you would call this. It's really cool stuff, and it kind of varies in thick and thinness, so I was really excited about this. And obviously we've got some neutrals and some shinies and some bright colors. And so Heidi and I were talking, and we want to experiment with spinning this like thread ply. So we're gonna like, or at least my plan is I'm gonna spin a like regular, you know, hand spun single, and then I'm gonna two-ply it with some of this. So stay tuned for that experiment. Once I get what I'm working on off my wheel, I will be doing that, but it's really, really fun stuff. So that will either be a huge success or a massive flop. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? You are catching me mid-blend here in my efforts to document running a fiber business from your house like a crazy person. So I'm working on some bats here, and this is the second, or actually this is the third go through, because I try to, unless I want like a really chunky look, I'm trying to get a smooth look with this one. So I've already run these through one time, and then I like to split the bats and then run them through 1 to 2 more times, depending on how I like how it looks. So this one has, the tan here is a natural fawn-colored alpaca, and then a wool mix, like a primitive breed wool mix, is the fawn color. And we also have a lot of Rambouillet. And then you can see I've got these cool little, oh, I can never get the camera right, these little mohair locks that are, even though we're going for like a natural look, it's not too much color, I don't think. But I loved these little curly, kind of plum colored mohair locks, and I'm going to add some of those here at the end. So anyhow, I've run them through once, and I'm running it through here again. And I like to just kind of put it on here and go through, especially the second go through, and kind of move where I'm putting the fiber. And that's one thing I really like with making bats is it's, well, any sort of fiber blending, is it's almost like painting with the fiber, because you can really control where they go through, and then you take your little brush, and I try to go through and smooth it all out, and then continue working through with the rest of your bat until you get it all over here. All right, check out this good aerial view we have here. So you can see I've run it through once, or twice actually by now. I've smoothed it down. And then because I do want a few of these little locks visible, I'm gonna take these little mohair locks and loosen them up, because I'm not wanting this to be a chunky bat. So I want like the look and texture of them without it being like, you know, a really, because some people like to spin more smooth bats. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm actually just going to place these in kind of by hand, which I like more of. I know some people really love just like it's all super blended together look. I'm a little bit more of a chunky bat person myself. So I really enjoy, it's probably my favorite part. Sometimes I do this with the sparkle, but like I said, this was going to be more of a natural bat. I really enjoy going through and adding the extra little details. We have a hand-dyed mohair lock by hand. And then this is my last pass through, so after this, I'm going to take it off. And this is my brother drum carder, which I love, and you can tell it's well loved. I've got to clean this off some. It always makes me laugh when you see pictures of people's new drum carders and they're like beautiful and clean, and I'm like, well, my drum carder will never be that beautiful and clean ever again. But I do really love this. This is, like I said, I run a fiber business. We make a lot of bats, and this is my main drum carder, because Mom's got my little one. And then Heidi has one. She's our fiber bat queen. I think she's got the same exact model. We will have to ask her. I know it was a brother drum carder. I am not super familiar with which model. Hers might be fancier than mine. I'm not sure. And actually, I'm pretty sure Brittany, who's also y'all recognize on staff from My Local Wool, and she's our sort of online assistant director. I also recently got a drum carder, and I think hers might be the same model. So we need to see if they'll sponsor us. This may be the official model of Crafty Housewife Yarns here, but I just really love it. It's a very simple design. It does a great job, and makes me very happy. You use this little spiky thing to go through, which has an official name that's not the little spiky thing, but I have forgotten it, because after all of this on-again, off-again virtual school with my kids, I can hardly tell you my actual name anymore. So name for obscure fiber equipment is definitely not what's being retained right now. But then you go through, and this is probably my favorite part. I absolutely love this part. And you don't want like to be taking the little pieces. So if some things stick to here, I always just take that as a sign that it wasn't quality long fiber and it didn't need to be part of the bat. But I do try to get most of it to pick and come up. And you can go through like so. And remove your bat from the drum carder, and it's so pretty. And I really like, you can't see in this light too good, but you can see the locks that went in there. And if you want to see some more of my super official equipment I use here, we have my ancient, it was supposed to be a food scale. That's why it says The Biggest Loser on it. My aunt actually gave me this as a hand-me-down, but I love it. And it weighs things in ounces, and it fits right on a tabletop, or for example in this video right here, And then I have this really funny melted record bowl that somebody gave the kids for free at a record show we went to, because we're those people. And it fits perfect. I loved it. It fits perfect. And so I use that when I am, you know, I'll usually make bats in like big batches. So I'll get all the fiber laid out in like big quantities, and then I divide them all up with my cute little bowl into the individual ones for either 1 ounce or 2 ounce bats. So if you were ever wondering where to get a good cheap little scale, I totally recommend the Biggest Loser brand fiber scale for fiber weighing. So like I said, that's how I separated all this out, and so now this is going to become pretty much exactly the same bat you just saw. So those are the bats I've been working on. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I love the little natural, just kind of plum mohair locks and all the different textures in there while still keeping a really pretty natural bat. So those were my more natural colored ones I was working on for a project. And then this little one I just made for fun. It's one of our fancier ones, but it's so soft. It is a combination of 19 micron merino, the mulberry silk, which was the blue that you saw, the hand-dyed mulberry silk, which is also some of the white. We have a fire star. Also, some of the orangey, burnt orange color is a hand-dyed Cotswold from one of my favorite little farms. So lots of fun stuff in here. And so this is a little small. I love putting the silk in there because it really gives it like a different look to it. You can see in the light, so it's not all just matte. That's what I really like in bats. And then, I don't know, some people, since we're shipping ours, when you're doing a bat, some people I see just kind of folding them, and they look very nice and like little fluffy pile like that. With shipping them, what we've been kind of doing is taking them and just wrap them around your hand. And then you don't want to pull it all the way back through, but make kind of like, almost looks like a tortellini or something. But I like it this way, and obviously we wrap them in tissue paper and stuff too, but just for, I got wool in my nose. Just for storing them, I feel like that kind of keeps all the fiber ends like smooth and tucked in, and like your edges aren't getting away from you. So that's how we like to store our fiber bats. And then, like I said, if it's for me, it just gets wrapped up. And if it's getting shipped, then it gets wrapped. And they seem to all show up in one piece. And then if you want to spin from this, you just, gently unwrap them. And then the fun thing about bats is, you can either pull them into sections, or you can just start on one end and spin through to the other. And I mean, if you end up with any little funny pieces, just pull them, save those for last and pull them out, and you can add those right in. So bats, that's a common question I get is, how do I spin from bats with newer people? And the answer is pretty much any way you want. So there's that one.